right, final book example for the section is going to be example 7. And it wants us to find the limit as h approaches 0 of h plus a squared minus a squared, all that divided by h. And we're just told a is a constant. So if we look at this, if h is 0, then 0 plus a becomes a, and the a gets squared. So we get a squared minus a squared up top, which is 0. The bottom, h approaches 0, so h just becomes 0. So we're in form 0 over 0, which that is a indeterminate form. So there is there is some, hopefully some cancellation that can happen here, and we can get some good things to go on. We're going to start with our part inside the limit and just kind of work through it algebraically and see what we end up with. I think we're going to FOIL this out. And that will give us h squared. Outer is plus an ah, inner is plus an ah, and last is plus an a squared. We get minus an a squared, all that over an h. And we'll note, hey, these a squareds can cancel out. Now, everybody in the top has at least one h in it. Actually, let's combine these together. Ah plus ah is 2ah. So we're at h squared plus 2ah, all that over an h. So I can factor an h out of the top, and this will leave me h plus 2a times an h over an h. So these h's can cancel, and what we'll end up with is h plus 2a as long as h does not equal 0. Well, the limit we were looking at was what's the limit of this thing as we approach 0. So this holds for numbers that are not 0. So the numbers we would actually be plugging in for this limit. Since limit limits what happens as you get close to the 0 from the left, what happens as you get close to the 0 from the right, but it's not about what happens at 0 itself. So we get that this limit will equal this section here. And this is continuous because a is a constant at h equals 0. Since a is a constant, this is actually a polynomial, or you could say it's linear, so it's constant. And that will equal, we can plug 0 in for h, so we get 0 plus 2a. And that whole thing will simplify down to 2a. And that'll be our answer. So that wraps it up for all the book examples. We'll have a little bit of other stuff kind of mixed in with this and a little bit of practice problems for y'all to try. But that'll do it for the book examples.